this is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. An interesting article, which I'll put the link to above this video, is on the growth and expectations of boom times, they call it in Northport. And they are seeing some boom times, especially with the advent of the Atlanta Braves opening up their spring season next February. The clearing of the roads going there, I've touched on the impact it will have on River Road, and you'll see even more of an impact after I'm done with this report. You'll be scratching your head, wondering why infrastructure is not taken care of, wondering why the hospital down in Northport has been shut down as they try to get a new one in anticipation of all of the growth that they're having there. Basically, you know, we got the Atlanta Braves. We got $100 million spring training complex going up there. I just did another report on Wellfield, which is impacted on the county's decision to support this one. They were out at Tiger Bay, it's being reported. And Ruth Buchanan, a friend of the page, she works over at the city. She's an economic development program manager there. She went through some of the highlights of the growth in manufacturing. She always sends me stuff whenever there's job openings and that, and asks me to share them. She talked about King Plastics adding another 110,000 square feet to their facility there. MTI Equipment is moving their global headquarters to Inglewood, and that's going to be huge. It's going to be off of Toledo Bay, and then we all know about Suncoast Technical, STTC, right next to it too. They're building a gas station. When I went to visit my mom the other day. So she talked about a lot of this growth, a lot of the manufacturing growth. She also touched on a lot of the recognition they're getting out there, like the best place to raise a family, Playful City USA, and they do get a lot of that stuff out there. And primarily because if you talk to people, when the county was originally thought of, Northport was going to be one of those areas where they had the affordable housing. What it's proven, though, is that Northport's too far of a drive for affordable housing for like Sarasota downtown and stuff like that. They also talked to Paul with the West Villages. He came out, and this is what's astonishing. I don't think people realize the impact this is going to have on our community. Basically, on their 9,600 acres, they're going to build 25,000 homes. Those 25,000 homes are going to equate to 50,000 residents. That's what they're forecasting. Have you seen any improvement in our roads, in our infrastructure? River Road, Westfield Village back end is right there, River Road. They also have one on 41. Have you seen anything in terms of infrastructure? Now, that's a county issue there, Westfield Villages. Well, it's the city of Northport. It's really weird. It's the city of Northport and the county. It's kind of mixed up in there. It's so large. You haven't seen anything, though. Now, Northport is trying to get a hospital. There's moves now, finally, to try to get River Road, but very little traction. We just got another $7 million, I think, the other day I reported. But this should all be concerning, especially if you look at the fact that between the roundabout and River Road, a small area there, they're building a hospital. Venice wants to put up their hospital there, car dealership, more homes. And this Westfield Village is 50,000 people. That's not including all the other new developments that are going up everywhere. They're putting up a new Publix there over at West Villages. You had Michael Dunn with the Braves. He came out and he said, yeah, we're going to, this is going to be a hot spot. This is where we're going to mold our future players. So we're going to be sending a lot of people here, holding skills classes, all kinds of stuff. And so you're going to see an increase in traffic with that. So great times for Northport, which is great. I love it. My sister, my niece, two of my sisters own property there. So it's a good thing. They'll love it. They'll enjoy it. But it's going to be a headache for a lot of us. It's going to bring in revenue for the county so that they can continue to spend frivolously. It's going to bring in revenue for Northport so they can continue to spend frivolously. City of Venice is going to benefit tremendously from it. Yet they don't want people from Northport coming here to use their pier, and they want to charge them. But they're okay with them going into the restaurants and everywhere else and spending their money. It doesn't make any sense. It's senseless. But that's what the growth is all about. Good things happening in Northport. Bad things happening along with our infrastructure. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with